Okay, this video I'm going to be doing number 3 and 4. And these videos are also good for science because you got to do probability in science as well as averages or the mean. So lesson 46 and 47 here are good for the science program also. But here, the number 4 through 14 are placed in a bowl and drawn at random, then replaced after being drawn. It's likely or unlikely you will draw a number less than 7. Okay, so I got 4. Is it likely or unlikely you will draw a number less than 7? So let's see here. We got numbers 4 through 14 in the bowl. So I got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I got 1, 2, oh, whoops, that's not part of it. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I got 11 possibilities. Okay, and what are the chances? It says, let's see, it says, what are the chances of pulling a number that's less than 7? So I can include 7. So it has to be less than 7. So what's the chances of pulling a 6, 5, or a 3? So out of the 11, I got 3 favorable possibilities. So 3. So as a fraction, it would be 3 or 11 over 11. Or 3 as a ratio, 3 out of a possible 11, or 3 out of 11 as a ratio. Okay, so let's do it as is it very likely? No, you have all these others. You're more likely to pull one of these since there's more of those compared to these. But they tell you to write it as a decimal. Well, we'll have to divide. We have to go 3 divided by 11. So if I go, let's tilt this, 3 divided by 11, it'll be 0.272, so I'm just going to go to the second decimal to the 100th place, so 0.27, the 2 will leave that as a 7. So it'll be 0.27, 0.227 out of 100 chance of pulling approximately pulling one of these 3 numbers. Or if I do it as a percent, I go 1, 2, move the decimal over, and that'll be 27%. Or if you multiply it by 100, if I go times 100, you'll see here it gives me the 27. Okay, so therefore, I only have a 27% chance, or 27 out of 100. So it's more likely I pull one of these than these 2. Or these 3. So it's not very likely that 4, 5, or 6 will come up. It's possible, but not a very good chance. Okay, you got a better chance of these. All right, so number 4. Let me circle it and grab the paper here. It says here, in a deck of cards, in a deck of 52 playing cards, what is the probability of drawing the spade expressed as a decimal? Okay, so we're going to go to the decimal point. They're not asking for the, well, we have to start out with a fraction in order to get to the decimal. But there are 52 cards in a deck. Okay, so there's 52 possibilities. That's going to be the bottom. And I know on the deck there are 13 hearts, and there's 13 diamonds, there's 13 clovers, something like that, and then there's 13 spades, which I'm not sure how to draw one of those like that. Okay, and they're asking how many, what's the chances of pulling the spade out of the deck there. So it'll be 13 cards in there, so I got 13 possibilities out of the 52. So it's 13 out of 52. So if I divide that, if I go 13 divided by 52, it comes out to 0.25. Okay, so that's what it's asking for, is the decimal. That would be the answer. Okay, but let's say they want you to write it as a percentage. So you just move this over 2 places, you end up with 25%. So, and this also, if they ask for a fraction, this can be reduced. You can divide 13 by 13 to give you 1, and you can divide 52 by 13 that gives you 4, or 1 out of 4, 1/4 chance, which will, you go 1 divided by 4, comes out to 0.25, which is 25% still. Okay, so this would be the answer number 4 because they're asking for a decimal. But I'm just showing you, if they tell you to write it as a percentage, this would be the answer, 25%. If they ask just for a fraction, it'll be either excuse me, 13 over 52, or if they reduce it, it'll be 1 over 4, 1 out of 4. Okay? And then the next video, I'll do number 5 and 6.